Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. Silas Vane does not like cities. To him, a planet like Neo-Viridia is a sensory nightmare. It is a vertical metropolis where the buildings pierce the clouds and the lower levels never see the sun. It is a world of endless rain, suffocating crowds, and enough neon light to blind a normal man. But Silas Vane is not a normal man, and he is not here for a holiday. He is here because someone has done the unthinkable. Someone has put a bounty on his head. The target is not Silas. The target is the man who placed the contract. His name is Zero. In the circles of professional killers, Zero is a legend. He is a ghost, an assassin who uses high-tech cloaking and a blade made of superheated plasma. He has never missed a target in 15 years. But Zero is bored. He has killed generals, CEOs, and rebels. Now he wants to kill the best hunter in the galaxy to prove that he is the true apex predator. He didn't just hire a hitman. He sent a message directly to the Shadow Wing. Silas Vane sits in the pilot's seat as the Shadow Wing descends through the thick, smog-filled clouds of Neo-Viridia. The ship's sensors are screaming. In a city this crowded, every hovering vehicle is a potential threat. Vane stays calm. He wears his signature tattered black hood, the edges damp from the recycled air of the cabin. His face is hidden by the featureless obsidian mask. The single glowing blue horizontal visor reflects the flickering pink and blue lights of the city outside. He lands the ship on a private high-security pad in the mid-sectors. He doesn't wait for the engines to cool. He steps out into the rain. The water hits his matte black armor and slides off the ceramic plates. He carries his heavy long-range rifle slung across his back, but his hand stays near the pulse pistol at his hip. He knows Zero is watching. He can feel the tingle of a laser rangefinder on his neck. Vane walks into the neon labyrinth. The streets are filled with people in plastic raincoats, their faces hidden by holographic filters. No one looks at Vane. In this city, everyone is hiding something. He moves through the crowds like a shark through a school of fish. He isn't looking for Zero with his eyes. He is using the sensors in his obsidian mask to scan for the specific refraction pattern of a cloaking field. Suddenly, a rooftop 100 meters above him flashes. Vane doesn't think. He dives behind a heavy trash compactor just as a bolt of blue energy shatters the stone where he was standing. The crowd screams and scatters. In seconds, the street is empty, leaving only the sound of the pouring rain and the hum of the neon signs. Zero is not hiding anymore. A voice echoes through the alleyway, amplified by 1,000 speakers in the city. You're fast, Vane. Faster than the others. But you are a relic of the old ways. You use a ship and a rifle. I am the future. I am the silence that follows the flash. Vane doesn't answer. He pulls his rifle from his back and checks the charge. He taps the side of his mask. The blue visor shifts to a deep, dark violet. This is his predator mode. It filters out the distracting neon lights and highlights only the thermal signatures and the distortion of the air. He sees it. A slight ripple in the rain on a balcony 3 levels up. Vane fires. The heavy kinetic slug punches through the metal railing, but the ripple moves. Zero is fast. He drops from the balcony, his cloaking field flickering as he hits the ground. He is a tall, slender figure in a chrome suit, his face hidden by a smooth white helmet. He holds a plasma blade that glows with an angry, oscillating red light. The assassin charges. Vane switches to his pulse pistol. He fires 3 shots in rapid succession. Zero deflects the first 2 with his blade, the energy splashing against the red plasma in a shower of sparks. He dodges the third and closes the gap. He swings the blade in a wide arc meant to take Vane's head. Vane ducks. He feels the heat of the blade passing inches above his tattered hood. He slams his fist into Zero's ribs, the ceramic plates of his armor adding weight to the blow. Zero grunts and stumbles back, but he doesn't stop. He activates a gravity anchor, pulling himself toward a nearby wall and leaping off it to gain momentum. The fight moves from the street to the vertical transport system. They jump onto a moving freight train that carries cargo between the levels of the city. The rain is blinding now and the wind screams between the skyscrapers. Zero disappears again. His cloak is back online. Vane stands on top of the moving train. He closes his eyes. He doesn't need them. He listens to the sound of the rain hitting the metal. He hears a splash that is slightly off rhythm. He spins and kicks out with his heavy boot. He hits something solid. The cloaking field collapses, revealing Zero. The assassin is surprised. He tries to thrust the blade forward, but Vane grabs his wrist. The 2 men grapple on the roof of the speeding train as it hurtles through a tunnel of neon light. You are just a man behind a mask, Zero hisses. Vane leans in close. His obsidian mask is inches away from Zero's chrome helmet. The blue visor is glowing with a cold, steady intensity. "I am the man who is going to collect your head," Vane says. He triggers a localized EMP burst from his gauntlet. The electronics in Zero's suit short-circuit. The plasma blade dies. The gravity boots fail. Zero loses his balance as the train rounds a sharp corner. He begins to slide toward the edge. Vane reaches out and grabs him by the throat. He doesn't let him fall. Not yet. He pulls Zero up and slams him against a cargo crate. He pulls a pair of pulse handcuffs from his belt and locks Zero's hands behind his back. The hunt is over. The shadow wing appears in the sky above the train, controlled remotely by Vane's mask. It hovers over them, the docking ramp lowering. Vane tosses the defeated assassin into the bay and climbs in after him. He doesn't look back at the city. He doesn't look at the neon lights or the rain. He walks to the pilot's seat and checks his console. The contract for Zero was massive, placed by a dozen different governments that the assassin had crossed. The credits are already being verified. Vane pulls his tattered hood back into place. He looks at his reflection in the cockpit window. The obsidian mask is clean. The blue visor is calm. He has survived the city. He has survived the best assassin in the galaxy. But he knows that in a universe this loud, someone else will always try to test him. He sets the course for the nearest deep space station. He needs to drop off his cargo and get back to the silence of the void. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. In the City of Lights, the shadow always wins. If you enjoyed this duel between the hunter and the assassin, hit that like button. Comment below. Which is more dangerous, a sniper rifle or a plasma blade? Subscribe for the next hunt, the Iron Fortress. The shadow wing is back in the black. The lights are fading.